and we are back with another one. This is Onyx Gaming, Dragonfire, real, raw, authentic reactions. We're doing the realest reactions possible. Very limited editing to keep everything real and flowing as naturally as possible. Tonight we're back with another reaction. This one is a request from a friend. Welcome back to the channel, NF, with paid my dues. Full disclaimer, so I can cut this off before I waste anybody's time, because I do know there's a lot of people in the NF community that likes to experience people's first time reactions to NF. This will not be one of them. Think of this more as a reaction / review. I am very familiar with NF's catalog. I think almost every song. So yeah, this is not going to be a blind reaction, as like I said, very aware of who he is. We did actually a full reaction to his Hope album. If you're looking for a blind reaction to something with NF, the Hope reaction of that album will fit that need as well. If you are new to the channel, I am no regular road bros. They are top notch, so I will meet a level of entertainment and commentary. Hats off to them, though. So yeah, but we will do our best to review parts that I want to bring up and experience it together, as I have not experienced it with everybody. So we're gonna do that. So the way I'll roll this is we're gonna let the song play. If there's something that I want to really talk about before I forget, because I have ADHD and a bad memory on top of it, I will forget. So if that is the case, I will pause and rewind, do that. Otherwise, we will do a recap of my thoughts on the song / video at the end. So let's flip it over to the other side and get this going. All right, guys, ready for some paid my dues? Let's get it. Captions are on too for anybody that needs them.
Clicks, 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 they'll do anything to get a few.
Facts.
Tick, 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 that's the sound before my head
Clickbaiters.
explodes. Quick, 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 look at you up on your pedestals. Quick, 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 hear the critics come, it's time to go. I read your article, it kinda hurt me. I don't know who hired you or what your friends say in your circle, but the fact that you released it tells me two things are for certain. They get paid for trashing people, I get paid cause I stay working. Drop the search and they emerge up out of nowhere to the surface, just to peek behind the curtain, throwing salt at all my burdens. I'm aware I shouldn't give this my attention. Life's a journey, I should just stay on my path and learn to laugh. You think they heard me? Ears are burning, put them out. Quiet, quiet, look around. Why don't they find someone way more interesting to write about? Us, we're kinda boring, aren't we? All we do is whine and pout. It's confusing, so amusing how I argue with myself. Hello. I spit it with these, so leave it to me. You better believe I'm on a rampage, hit 'em with the record release. I've been in a week, I'm probably gonna have to achieve another goal. Let me go when I'm over the beat. I go into beast mode like I'm ready to feast. I'm fed up with these thieves trying to get me to bleed. They wanna see me taking out. Yep, see what I mean? How many records you gotta give you to get with the program? Take it for granted, I'm about to give you the whole plan. Open your mind up and take a look at the blueprint. Debate if you got it, but gotta hold it with both hands. Pick at the bars, you gotta be smart. You really gotta dig in your heart if you wanna get to the root of an issue. Pursuing the mental could be dark and be difficult, but the payoff at the end if it can help you to get through it. Hey, my dose.
Okay, hold on. He said a lot right there, right? Which kind of put the whole paid my dues thing in perspective. You know, I've been here, I've been doing this, I paid my dues. By now, you should kind of get going with the plan, you know, the formula that he's cooked up, what he's doing. So if you need to, take the blueprint and read it, but you're going to need both hands. Basically, don't skim read the blueprint. Actually, look at it. Because you really need to dig into your heart to get to the root of what he is saying, which is pain, emotion, all that, right? But a great part of this, it was happening so fast towards the end, he sped it up into almost like quadruple time towards the end, where he had said, pursuing the mental can be dark and be difficult, but the payoff at the end of it can help you to get through it. That is important. what he just said right there. Pursuing the mental. So if you're struggling with mental health, myself as well, I do. It is very difficult. It is a very dark, very seemingly lonely road. And it's very difficult. A lot of people give up because of the difficulty. But he's trying to tell you need to keep going, stay motivated by thinking of the payoff at the end of that road. It's keeping that goal in the front of your mind, because it's going to be so dark and your light at times are going to be so dim that it's going to feel like it's not even there. But when you have that goal via your blueprint, it's right there. So you have to keep that into your mind, because it is going to be a long and hard road. So yeah, I just thought that was a line a lot of people I think might gloss over, because it was such quadrupled time there that he was just going rapid. He was already going fast, but at that part he went like insanely fast.
Well, granted, about to give you the whole plan. Open your mind up and take a look at the blueprint. Debate if you got it, but gotta hold it with both hands. Look at the bars, you gotta be smart. You really gotta dig in your heart if you want to get to the root of an issue. Pursuing the mental could be dark and be difficult, but the payoff at the end, if it can help you to get through it, hey, my dose, made it through.
Love that.
Spread the nose, I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold. But don't assume. Hey, I'm the truth. Oh, they
Great
want
video.
some growth here. Don't be rude.
Great shots.
No, even when I lose, I make it look cool. Do the show, then we hit the room. Life is looking old. What to do? I don't need the shades up to like the view. It's time to get back in the
This
swing
shot
of
is
things.
insane.
When my life crashes, I'm not the guy that'll flee the scene. I'll take ownership and own it and raise my hand if it's me. Just remember though, I'm only a man, I'm a human being. Don't they see? Shoot the breeze, I'd rather just stay discreet.
Me
People
too.
claim they're in your corner, but leave you in times of need. They don't listen, do they? They don't listen to anything. I'll accept advice if it's not presented ignorantly. Look, costs are high, they multiply, they cause divides. I'm forced to fight the poison I've been sipping on. It's quite the bite, it killed me twice. They rigged the lights so y'all can see the parts of mine that aren't so bright. See, often I apologize and authorize the awful times to pop up. Like I'm right behind you, I'd advise you not to try to climb inside the mind like I do. Keep the rhyme book expedited, overnight,
flow
hold
is
it tight, and hope the
insane.
time is on my side. Cause if it's not, then I'll decide to override my own demise. I told the line too close and I could improvise. I'd empathize, but recognize the fact that I could jeopardize and record lives. You better give me your attention and
Insane.
undivided. My dose, made it through. Spread the nose, I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold, well don't assume. Hey, pay my dose, made it through. Spread the nose, I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold, well don't assume.
Yeah, I remember that part at the end. Lost. Great song, by the way. Funny enough, I think I've only listened to Hobson on Lost. I know of Hobson, but I don't think I've ever actually listened to any of Hobson's stuff. I don't think. Alright guys, that was NF, Paid My Dues, banger of a track. Let's flip it over to the other side, and I will do my final thoughts on this. We did cover most of what I would have liked to cover. So we'll see what if there's anything else I want to hit. I'll see you there. All right, guys, that was NF, Paid My Dues. I usually do ratings, so we'll do a rating for this since I have never done this song on the channel. I'm going to give it a 9.3, 9.4. It was a phenomenal song. The instrumental is amazing. It started off really good. You know, he's taking aim at clickbaiters. And let's just face it, we are in a society of clickbaiters, both through titles, through thumbnails. And his instance is he's talking about people that review stuff like putting articles up. Because I think there's a couple places, but I know Rolling Stone put out a big smear campaign. That's all I can call it. It wasn't a constructive critique. It was just almost like a hate job. Somebody that didn't like him decided they wanted to kind of rip him down because they don't like him. It's fine, don't like him, but you know, you're getting paid for a job as, you know, a reviewer, which means you need to review it fairly. if I remember correctly, I can't remember who it was. There was another rapper, right, that he put down in the polls, not the polls, sorry, the charts. Cannot remember who he was though now. Shoot, what is his name? Wow. Yeah, I can't remember what his name was. But I remember the article was talking about, I think it was a comparison of them, and it just seemed like that was their preferred person, and they got bitter and decided to take aim at an F. Disparaging who he is, disparaging the meanings of his songs. It was just a BS article, honestly. You actually, if you're to actually read it, you get stupider from having read it. That's the kind of feeling I got from actually reading it, honestly. And obviously because NF bears his soul, right, in his songs, it hurt. Because somebody took aim at his burdens, at his problems, at his trying to grow. And you're taking a vulnerable person and just taking aim at him for no other reason but the fact that you don't like him. It would have been one thing if you did it something constructive for him to work on, or to that you didn't like, that you thought could be better. But that's not what you got. You got somebody that literally just took a bag of salt and looked for his wounds and just poured it on it. It's just how it is. And that was what the song's about. You need to show me some respect. I've paid my dues. I am not new to this. Thus him saying, he drops the search, and then all of a sudden his critics and whatnot and haters are coming out of the woodwork, because he was well known before that, from the Mansion album, Therapy Session, Perception, obviously his newest one, Hope. He had the mixtape. I think the mixtape came out right before this song dropped, because I think the song came out right after The Search. So he's been doing it. He's paid his dues. He wants his flowers, and you should have them, honestly. And critics are stupid. I know he's had his share of issues with critics. Not a surprise, honestly. I've seen and been experienced to a lot of stuff. When you deal with mental health and you do it transparently a bit, you get a lot of hate. Yeah, a lot. So yeah, he was saying a lot of stuff here. He had dope flows. It showed in this song, because he recorded this, from what I understand, very quickly, and it showed what he's capable when you piss him off. And he was definitely bit pissed about that. So yeah. Trying to think. Oh, the other ones too was basically, trying to think of a way to put this, because I can't remember word for word. You're only a man, only human, but you got to take ownership of that stuff and raise your hand, right? So that's more of a thing where human beings are human beings, right? It doesn't matter what your gender is or isn't. Fact is, you're human. You make mistakes, but that's fine. But you need to kind of, take ownership of whatever mistake you had. It's human to make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes. Nothing wrong with that. But there are people, which is where, a lot of pride comes in, that don't. you know. And he's talking about, they're talking to people about, shooting the breeze, but he'd rather just stay discreet. And he followed that up with, your friends are supposed to be in your corner, even loved ones. But when you really need them, where are they? Right. So he likes to not shoot the breeze. He just wants to stay discreet, keep his stuff to himself, keep that stuff buried down, because everybody that's supposed to stay in the corner ends up leaving. And then he nailed it home right there as well at the end of that, I believe, with that we'll take advice, right, as long as it's not presented ignorantly, which just goes back to what we were saying. There's nothing constructive in the article. It was just a piece of ignorance that somebody and a dumb publisher that decided, hey, yeah, this is a great article, let's post it. I mean, it's the saddest of the world, right? In a world of TMZ and, basically trashing people gets views because people like drama. There's no other way to put it. People just like drama. They just tune in for the drama. More drama, the better it is for them. So they just post it, and the views go up. Especially if you add a clickbait to it as well. So there's a lot. There's a lot in the song, and like I said, he was just ripping through it. But overall, phenomenal song. Do hope you guys enjoyed this reaction/review. It's always great catching back up with NF, paid my dues, and NF in general. Dope artist, very underrated somehow still, which I don't understand, but whatever. Thank you, everybody, once again. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and remember that you're an awesome person capable of awesome things, and you are not alone in this journey. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna include this. Usually I don't, especially since it's another artist, but I'm gonna do this. This is something we do on the stream, so we're gonna do it.
It's not like me to worry, but when I see you fading in the dark, I'll leave a light on for you. Through the long nights, I will be right there for you if you drift too far.
Light on is always on for everybody. You're not in this fight alone. Your mind may make you think you are, but you are not. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next reaction. Peace.